Like, I'm going into this deck on the first time as well. It's just very funny to see a single talisman. I'm going to do another rundown of this because I wasn't recording for this. We're playing 5-color Superfriends OmniTell, played by Axelia on the Canadian Highlander Discord. This was a deck that I wanted to play before. I was planning on playing it on either a Friday Night Paper Fight or North 100 Showdown. And then we had to cancel that particular stream or recording night. And I kind of had just been sitting on wanting to play it for a while. This is a list that was updated, I guess, pretty recently, at least after the first tournament for Lost Caverns of Ixalan. Mind you, I've been told that the card that's from LCI, Brass's Tunnel Grinder, is actually just not in the deck anymore. You're a show and tell channel deck with Tinker. You got Omniscience. You got a bunch of Super Friends. You got one with the multiverse. You got this Darksteel Monolith to cast free Emrakuls. You got a lot of shit. You gotta... What's the tell? Show and tell. Yeah. This is... It's gonna be an interesting one. Should I play Blightsteel? You know what? I memed on it. I'll add a Blightsteel and we'll play this. I've played against this while on my Prison Lands Welder deck. It was brutal despite me getting Chaos Defiler online. Damn, you managed to find Chaos Defiler online? Buddy, they won't even let me fuck the Chaos Defiler. Blightsteel Colossus is like 7 cents. Are you for real? I'm not even gonna rent it. I'm just gonna buy it. Wait, no. I've rented these cards. I have to... I'm just gonna rent it. I mean, 7 cents for a Blightsteel Colossus. That's a good deal. No, no, sorry. No, sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt. Sorry. Cancel. Hello? Yeah, buddy, they won't even let me fuck the Emrakul. What was... I made that joke on Twitter. I forget what it was. It was the buddy, they won't even let me fuck the... something. I don't know. I don't remember anything that I do on Twitter. Let's keep it that way. The green M&M? No, it was about that. But they won't even let me fuck Quintorius. I know it's the drill tweet, but I did a version of the drill tweet, but it was magic related. Let's cut this Brass's Tunnel Grinder. And then we're just going to add this Blightsteel. I was trying to think of a way to describe the pregnant Quintorius meme without it coming off as sounding like a, yeah, I've been on the internet. You ever hear of 4chan? Well, I grew up on that website. You know, without sounding like a real, like, oh, extremely cool dude. You know? But it's just like... I've seen that meme. That meme's okay. It's like, it's funny. It's kind of a funny drawing. But you can definitely tell, the best way I've been able to describe it is you can tell that it was drawn by someone that's not planning on jacking off to it. So it feels a little hollow. And then it's also just like, it's not, it's friendly enough, or it's like, the fact that it is plastered all over Twitter just really shows that it is still just like, it's still relatively family friendly, you know? As far as that kind of, as far as that can be family friendly, right? You know, you get what I'm saying, right? Hello? Is my mic on? Hello? Oh, all right, James's, please fight me. Let's run the mirror match. Yeah, it's wholesome, maybe. I don't know. It feels very like... That's it. It's lacking the spice. I think I got it in one, right? Whoever did this artwork is not jacking off to it, and you can tell. Brooklyn, welcome back for the second year. Can't believe it's been 2 years. Heavy asterisk because spreading my prime around. Yeah, I mean, here, that's the worst part, is it's been more than 2 years. It's likely been almost 4, maybe more. Holy shit. I'm on the draw. Yeah, I'll keep. And Cyclopes, welcome to the stream. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for joining us. How you doing? How you been? Glad to have you. Good to see you. Oh yeah, I'm just drawing the Atraxa. Don't know if I'm mentally ready for this. By the way, if you're just joining us, this is the mirror match. This is the mirror match. I'm playing Axelia's list, yeah. So I can go Ancient Tomb, Talisman, Mox Diamond, Top Spin Top, which I kind of like. Ancient Tomb, play Mox Diamond, plays around Spell Pierce, plays around Daze, play my Talisman, drop Top. Do we just start listening to Green Day? Do you have the time? Nope. This is whatever YouTube music is playing. Is that a good or a bad thing? Oh, about the person behind the art? I don't know. It's a thing. I guess it's good because it means that that image can be shared, you know? Like, it's kind of funny. It's funny that there's like going to be an article that has to deal with it. Like, there's going to be an article on a website talking about the Quintorius combo or whatever in Pioneer, and most certainly they will mention the artwork. Uber Legend, welcome to the stream. Thank you for subscribing. Oh, are you casting Eureka? Oh my god, they're casting Show and Tell. Wait, hold on. Did I didn't F6, did I? I didn't mean to F6. Nothing at all. Oh, I kind of like that card. I mean, spinning top to see if I find it something bigger to be able to put into play. If they put Omniscience into play, it's pretty bad. Fuck. Okay, well. I guess I'll take a land, an instant sorcery. Do I want to fairy? Tap 4. Guess to fairy? Am I dead though? I might be dead. Like, they have an Omniscience in play. I could just be dead here. Did they have a hand with Omniscience, Monolith, and an Emrakul? Oh, if this is all their hand is, then I think I'm okay with this, right? Because we can Aminatu or Atraxa. Green, anything, and that can find white or black. I'm gonna Time Warp this turn. Should I just get a Triome here? Kind of want to fire off this Duress. See what you're cooking. Oh wait, no, I can't. I need to use all my mana. For whatever reason, I was like, this is going to add 2. Then it didn't. Attack Oko. They could have a Spell Pierce, which is kind of funny. Like, they could just be sitting on a counterspell for this. Which maybe they are. We're good. I don't even know what this card does in this match. I mean, it finds the Emrakul, I guess. Blue. Guess I'm gonna get blue-white here. White, black, blue. I'm not to. Then exile this Atraxa. Get an Atraxa going. Caracas. Caracas, Ponder, Narset. Like, what does Wargate do for me? Hold up. Is the word sorry banned in chat? I asked because my last post was taken down. Yeah. Yeah, you can't use the word sorry in chat. S-O-R-R-Y. This deck plays Academy? Oh my god, this deck plays Academy. That makes sense. I should have actually looked at the points. I didn't actually talk about the points in this deck. It's Emerald, Tinker, Mana Vault, Mystical, Tolarian Academy, Wishclaw. Academy's pretty good with this thing, huh? So what if instead of Ponder, I got a Wargate? This can't even kill Omniscience. I think I like this. Done. And then I have Spell Pierce, Duress. I don't think they have. I mean, I guess importantly, we have Spin Top. All right, we got there. Woo! I mean, Jesus. So the artist who did Quintorius does hentai too? I don't know. I don't know. Do you know? Like, is that a thing that you found out and you're like telling us? Because huh? There are ways to find out? No, yeah, I gather that. This hand doesn't feel as degenerate. Cameo is kind of wild. That's another list I want to build is Super Friends. I want to try triple Mox Tolarian Academy Super Friends. With Time Warps. I think maybe Bant. I mean, you could do 5-color. Is that just this? Is the regular Quintorius art from LCI a hentai artist? What? Okay, hold on. We need somebody to figure this out. I think I mulligan this. Although Krakus is pretty hot, right? I'm gonna keep. I'm gonna see if I can keep this kind of hand. We have Krakus. Although swords, I imagine, doesn't really do much. Yeah, we need to. I really wish that we had door-to-door hentai saleswoman here to help us out because they know. It's Sultan Boros. Okay, hold on. No. I don't like where this is going. I don't like the... Look, not that there's anything wrong with that. You know, if that's your jam, look, I get it. That's how you make that's how you make money doing artwork. You got to be extra horny. Oh, my talisman. I kept this off the idea that we have this Krakus, we have acceleration, and that Teferi seems like it might actually be pretty good. I have only 2 career paths, NPC streamer or hentai artist. Well, I can't draw for shit. Wait, hold on. Maybe. No, this is, even if I was just going to pull up paint and draw like a stick figure with big boobies and a very large penis, and then ask you to give me $20. And then I realized that's just going to get this VOD taken down. Like, we're just going to lose the VOD. Huh? Is there a world where I'm ever playing this on 2? I don't think so. I'm gonna lead with Krakus. As Golem, no spicy. No spicy. Oh, twins. Yep. Wait, no, that's not an NPC streamer. That's Ducky from Land Before Time. Wait a minute. That's not what I wanted to do. Am I going to get Eureka'd? They've found... Oh, Ral Zarek. Holy. That's pretty good with Time Vault. Hey everybody, it's Ral Zarek. Holy crap, Ral Zarek. Untap that. You gonna hit me with the... Gonna hit me with the duress? Or with the Thoughtseize? Ooh. I could bounce this and then just die to Ral Zarek. I could find Academy. We could just search for glory for Academy. Play Academy, play Lotus Petal, then pass.
Well, Ben Wheeler,
I don't know what to do from this point.
No.
They have 2 cards in hand. I mean, this can get back Search for Glory, which can then find us something bigger, which is kind of hot. Dahada's in this? I don't even know what this card does. What does this card do? I think I'm just going to find... There's no days in here, right? I think I search for Glory here. Oh yeah, she mills you, and then for each legend you mill, she makes treasure. Right? I'm not... Please, Magic Online, don't glitch. Okay. Alright. That's wild. I guess I'm glad I own one. If I ever want to play this in paper. Play this Academy. I'm gonna play this Lotus Petal. Keep up the Swords to Plowshares. And then I'm going to pass. Because I don't need to crack this petal. Is it different Dahada? Yeah. It's not even Gaedrone. It's the DMU Commander Dahada. I own this one, right? Where did I... It's Mardu? Oh yeah, there it is. Chat, they've printed so many new cards that I have had to add an additional 4-column box to my like rack. I've had to add, so I've gone up from I'm up to 11 4-column boxes for my collection now. All because there's just there's too much shit. A rack tour? I never did a tour in Iraq. I mean, I could show you. Nothing important's going on, right? All right, this is where I store my Magic collection that I play with. You've got... Let's start at the bottom. You have these boxes which has basic lands, battles and planeswalkers. And then this has non-basic land artifact, white creature, blue creature, black creature, red creature, green creature, artifact creature, multicolor creatures, instant, sorcery, enchantment. Hey, how you doing? Those are my cards. But I don't keep the money on site. And I keep that thing on me. Sorted by color and CMC. Yep. And alphabetical. Is that only playables? I don't know if I'd call some of these cards playable, but yes. You alt at 7, huh? I'm gonna play Teferi. Oh, Magic Online. Why does it have me set to hold priority every time? I'm not planning on it. Oh, you got a counterspell? You got a brainstorm. What qualifies to be put into the Wheeler Vault? It's a little inconsistent. Like, I don't keep complete sets. I don't have my power 9. I don't have all of my power 9. There's some weird stuff. I'm gonna bounce this card. Ooh, a Ponder? Do I just go any order here? This card's pretty good, but right now it's not that good. I'm gonna go any order and shuffle. Ooh. Also, a pretty reasonable Magic card. Cannot currently play it. Best hot chicks card right now? What? Hold on. What does that mean? Best hot chicks card? Lobasaur, welcome back for the 5th month. Sucking on chili dogs outside the taste freeze. Kiefer says it's still land tax. Thank you, Lobasaur, for the 5 months. Sucking on chili dogs. Sucking on chili dogs. Hope you're doing well. Now, if they show and tell, it's a little awkward. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. So they can Wishclaw, Time Warp, and then try to Ral Zarek me? I dare you. I fucking double dog dare you. Trad wife Thalia being eaten by the frog, no kink shaming. Okay, well, a little kink shaming as a treat, surely. Teysa on the new flawless maneuver. Read one above. The one message they said above is lol. Oh, only cards with hot chicks go into the vault. I see. That doesn't make it any better, you realize. Also, didn't you just like caught your, it's just like, hey, streamer, if you want context, look one post up, please. I think you'll find I was being rather pathetic, and that will create a complete loop, and everybody will understand what's going on. Talk about, what is this, his first rodeo? So they find the time warp, and they time warp, and then they get to flip coins with Ral. Teysa. I gotta tell you, I don't really judge my Magic cards based on, you know, the attractiveness of the women depicted on it. Maybe if I did, I'd win more matches. Maybe if I did, I'd win more matches of Magic. Flawless maneuver. Oh, it's because she's very like, yeah, I get you. Squandered resources is, wait, hold on. We're playing the same deck and squandered resources is in this deck. Lost, 1-1, lost. All right, they just get to take a couple of turns. That's right, all the mana. All right, they took one extra turn, and now they're taking another extra turn. They just played lands. They could have something else. 2 mana. Paying costs. Do you have the Mistvault Bridge in your hand? Wow, we got to untap. Sick. Ooh, this Oath of Nis is actually kind of hot, right? Hmm. 3, 4, 5. I mean, I could find Time Warp. I think I want to start with Oath of Nissa. There's Emrakul. I'm at, oh, and I'm at a buttload of life. All right. I could have got this Tinker too. Or I could just Wishclaw for Tinker. Yeah, how about I do that? Oh, yo, I've got a sick line. Hold up. 3. I'm gonna give them back their Wishclaw. I'm gonna grab Tinker. I know with Oath of Nissa. Oh wait, with Oath of Nissa, I could just tap this for whatever. Which means I can play my Ren in 6. Oh, as red. This. Ping you. Tinker. Tinker, grab the Darksteel Monolith. So I can get infinite turns by casting this with Darksteel Monolith, and I get to Caracas it back to my hand. Or I could just take an extra turn, untap, hit them for 15, and then ping them with a Ren in 6. Ah. Holy shit. Holy shit. All right, this deck's great. This deck is great. See, this is soulful. This feels very like, you know, damn. Because win or lose in this match, I mean, it's obviously the mirror, but win or lose, it would have been sick, right? The fact that you can Caracas with Emrakul with Darksteel Monolith is so funny. Do I own this card? Oh no. GG. Do I own a Darksteel Monolith? What set was that? Is that from Commander Masters? Or Commander Legends? Alright, I don't. Guess what I need to get? I don't think I own like any of those cards. There. I'm a little bit illuminated. GG's. James's WP's. Dungeon Master Alec, please fight me. How much is this card? It's Black Friday. Oh yeah, I do need to make an order for some stuff. You know what really pisses me off? You know what really peeves me off? You know what really gets me Reddit gamer raging? This is going to be such a weird complaint. Yeah, it's Yu-Gi-Oh. That shit gets my blood boiling. I don't know about this hand. It's I know that they're different games and different audiences and relationships, like financial relationships with the games and everything. But it really, I hate that there isn't like a, oh, well, I'm going to keep this hand. I hate that there isn't a like Card Kingdom or SCG or like big retailer that will have like everything you want version for Pokemon. And if there is, somebody please let me know, because I can't find it. And I'm not talking about TCG Player or like Card Market. Like there's not really a like there's not a single place, right? Cool Stuff does Pokemon? Do they do old Pokemon? I need that old shit. But what I mean is that like I can go to, you know, one of the bigger Magic retailers. I'm going to say Card Kingdom here. And I can find cards from ABU, you know? I know my girlfriend and I have been trying to collect the last 2 cards we're missing from 151. Is that the Scarlet Violet 151? Like I can like pick up individual stuff from these smaller sites and for, you know, off eBay and whatnot. And I like doing that because I also just like, you know, supporting these smaller sites. But I can't, I need that place where I could just dump a bunch of money to retail therapy and to like feeling good about myself, you know? There's not like a great place to do that, single place to do that, or to take advantage of like a lot of these deals. Yeah, cardkingdom.com/Wheeler. Takes a month to get to the East Coast. Really? I know that they've been dealing with some stuff right now. Ooh, I'm against Jeskai. Well, I didn't play this deck to not just slam things into open mana. Yeah, the fact that I could go to Card Kingdom and just buy a Black Lotus right now, or just any dual land, like every dual land. Do you know how many bad lands that they have on Card Kingdom right now? They have 12 revised bad lands. You want to buy a couple of tundras? You want to buy 5 tropical islands? They have 18 underground seas. All right. My game plan is to try and jam a bunch of cards, and then if those don't work, then I resolve balance. You need a Soul Diviner Hershey bar? I might actually have a Soul Diviner. Why is Soul Diviner popular? What happened to Soul? Why is Soul Diviner sold out? Oh. Is there like a combo deck playing it? Is this like a Pioneer thing? I think I own like several of this card. Yeah, it's remove a counter from an artifact, creature, land, or planeswalker you control. Oh shit, it's Comet. Oh, they got the low roll. Let's freaking go. Ooh. One ring me, baby. You got force. Cool stuff. Okay, I'll take a look at cool stuff. not to look at a competitor. For Magic, I only go to cardkingdom.com, sponsor of the channel. Doggy. Oh, doggy makes squirrel. Yeah, you can Omninatu your wish call, which is pretty sick. You better believe I might balance my opponent. Balance with the One Ring is very funny because you're just like, oh, I have all these cards in my hand. Better get rid of them. Draw. I'm going to have to get rid of this land anyways. Balance. Oh, I shouldn't have played the pedal. Whoops. Whoops. 100% forgot about bird. Too focused looking. I can't do this. I'm streaming. Why am I looking at stuff? Why am I looking at this? I shouldn't be looking at this now. You got a job to do, Ben. But how many base set coughings do they have? How many coughings? I need to add more coughings to my binder. They have 20? All right, I need to buy all 20 of these coughings. Choose 4 lands I control. 1, 2, 3. Do I need red in this deck? I'm keeping this in hand. 4. Button. Back the Taiga. Discard the bridge. Oh, wait, hold on. I select which ones I want. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no. Did I select this? There we go. Ashiok. They didn't buy my bait spell of balance. So I think I'm just going to play this Ashiok. See if they buy the bait spell of Ashiok. Like, I can try to wish call next turn. Oh, I mean, that's not so much a counter spell as it is a cantrip, but okay. Need a new binder and 500 more coughings. I do need more coughings. I don't like that I can't search. Is there a way to search through sets? Wait, I just said I wasn't doing this. Shit. Focus on your job. Huh. Get engaged, Ben. Get engaged. Talk in the YouTuber voice to get people excited. Haha. Whoa. My family doesn't talk to me, but not because they're shitty. It's because I'm shitty. Fluffosaurus, did you get to share your resub twice? Whoa. Is it regular coughing? It's just regular type. This is a very violent dog. I mean, it's kind of working. Ooh, that's a pretty hot card to get in certain circumstances. Oh, I need to see what you're working with, you know? This deck doesn't play silences, does it? I can play Wish Claw. I might just die to this dog. I can untap my One Ring, which is kind of funny. I think I'm saving you for later. I could play Ashiok and then play Wish Claw. Because I think... So I can bring to light, and if they counter it, we can bring to light into show and tell, into omniscience, into try and do stuff, which is kind of hot. I can Ashiok plus Wishclaw, then try to get another turn here. But like I die to a variety of things. I died to a lot of stuff here. Maybe the Bring to Light line is better.
Eggs, EGGS eggs.
It's kind of hot if we can misstep a Spell Pierce. Red, green, blue. Wait. I mean, I guess it only has to be 3, but I want to like give off the image that I can add Wooburg. Red, black, blue, white, green. If I get Omniscience in play, I'm just going to try to kill them. Especially because I can get Wishclaw in play. So if this Bring to Light doesn't resolve and we get another turn, then we can Wishclaw for show and tell. Try and go off. My thought was maybe Ashiok or Wishclaw and then try to get Veil of Summer and then Bring to Light with Veil of Summer backup. 1 mana. 2 mana. Evasive action. Okay. I do not have the 4 mana. Snake Pope, welcome back for the 18th or 16th month, excuse me. How you doing? First time catching the stream in a while. Been watching a lot of this one YouTuber B-Wheeler MTG. Have I heard of them? What the fuck? There's somebody impersonating me on youtube.com? That's not okay. They rolled a 6. Oh no, they rolled a 3. They got the Brainstorm back. Interesting that they didn't get back a counterspell. I could have maybe... Didn't think I F6 that. I could have maybe mental messed up this Brainstorm. I think I maybe liked playing my Wishclaw line more than Bring to Light there, the more I'm thinking about it. The only upload is the charity event. Very silly. I should have just had that uploaded to the main account. I wonder if I can actually transfer it over. That was a thing you can do. I don't know if you can do that anymore. I mean, it might be worth, like, asking. Just to avoid confusion. I did it that way for somewhat, you know, I mean, noble's not the word I want to use. It sounds very self-serving, but for, you know, I did it for reasons that felt at the time correct, like worthwhile. Got a bolt? Dog is a pretty alright threat, though. Okay. So, do I need to play this Mana Vault here? I can black 2. I think I play Mana Vault. I play Mana Vault because Mana Vault is going to just give me extra mana. Vault. Wishclaw. I'm going to activate the Wish Claw. What's your story, Wish Claw? Show and tell. It is cool to be playing this deck and to feel it operate as smoothly as it has been. Because I do think Show and Tell is one of those underexplored kind of cards and style decks. Like Show and Tell Dream Halls, I think, is underexplored in Highlander. With like my original OmniTell list being a very like primitive and kind of first attempt at making it a real deck, like an A plus B kind of combo. And I think at its time it was pretty good. I'm going to force you're forcing me, I'm forcing you. Oh my god. Omniscience. Snapcaster. Ooh. Snapcaster's kind of gross. They're going to target Remand. Okay. I'm going to play Oath of Nissa. Is there a world? Is there a world where I mental misstep my own Oath of Nissa? Oh, they're going to besiege you? Oh. Why are you complaining? I'm dead. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Why are you complaining? I'm not going to write that. Yeah, I'm dead. Wait a minute. Get him. Like, all right, why are you complaining with Besiege You plus Snapcaster or Snapcaster counter plus Force Rude Form? Besiege You does actually make this matchup a little tough because like sometimes you can get an Omniscience in play and then keep up counter magic, but then you just like can't deal with the Besiege You. Maybe if we get a Tishana's Tidebinder though. So we can... Well, this hand kind of stinks, right? This doesn't really do anything. We got this Mana Vault. We got this Expedition map. Got this Ral that's not really... Oh, shit. I'm mulliganing this. Oof. We got a Ponder. And we got an Omni. I'm going to keep this. Put back these. All right. Underground Sea. Yeah, I should have maybe kept the first hand. It feels a little weak to any kind of disruption. I want to get a little greedier. I mean, this hand also, the other two didn't pan out. I think I'm seeing hands with this deck, and I'm like, oh, this is like a normal Magic the Gathering deck, when it very clearly isn't. So I'm going to keep this hand. That. Draw the Taiga. Yeah, I think I'm looking at this and trying to play. I'm looking at some of these sevens and I'm trying to like look at them as though I'm playing like Paradox or another, like I'm adding some mana and getting this threat into play, which is like likely not correct. Brainstorm. Spell Pierce. Oh, we drew a Spell Pierce. Can I target myself with this? No. I still want to keep this in hand. I'm gonna put you and you back. Play a land. Spin top. Like, it does feel kind of just like against Jeskai especially, keeping a against Jeskai especially, this kind of deck feels like it's in a real tough spot. Could have spun top. Should have spun top. That time I just have 6 through it. I might just concede and ask for the run back right now. Because I just, I mean, is it going to cost me the game? Surely not. Recall into library. Do I need to spin now? Is there anything I can have on top that I'm going to actually want to play? Channel doesn't do anything. Tinker doesn't do anything. That's fine. Maybe putting this card to 0 was a mistake. It's pretty good. It's a pretty broken Magic card. I wonder if there's a version of this deck. Like, I don't want to completely backseat it, but I wonder if there's a version of this deck where... a version of this deck where we can maybe trim some of these planeswalkers. Like, I know that they're kind of an important part of the deck, but I like some of them. Some of them feel like they're kind of tagging along. Draw a card. Aha. We did it. We got rid of your monastery mentor. Others are here because it's a planeswalker deck. Yeah, some of them feel like they are in here because they work with our fast mana and like untapping the One Ring and getting something going. And then some others feel like they're here because you want to have a theme attached to them. You know, you want your deck to be a blank deck. Like a Super Friends deck. I mean, and there's nothing wrong with building a Super Friends deck because you want to play Super Friends deck. Oh, hell yeah. I'm fucking dead. Oh. Kiefer has completed he's completing. He's completing the tutorial on Magic the Gathering Arena. So you can... Kiefer is learning how to play Magic the Gathering Arena so that he can play our nephew. Library is a pretty cool card. Would it be too busted to be unbanned in Commander? I mean, it's kind of shitty to have a card that's worth $1 bajillion legal in Commander. Yeah, I'm going to just concede. Yeah, we're not beating this. Yeah, I like the Ral. I love Ralzeric. Like, that card has a line of text on it that is just kind of broken, right? Untap a permanent. Tameo, Collector of Tales, is interesting because it's a regrowth that you can play. That's kind of neat. And that, like, you know, not being able to sacrifice permanents can come up. But some of the, like, I don't know why Ashiok's in here. You know? Ashiok feels a little out of place. Like, I like having them as untappers. I don't know if this deck needs Supreme Verdict necessarily. Like, it's my assessment of looking at the deck and playing it very, very minimally is that there are certain cards in here that I certain decisions for this deck that feel a little out of place. But again, this is just my, like, this is me operating on having played the format quite a bit, but not having played this deck. Speaking of Ashiok, I do want to add Basic Island. I want to cut Ashiok. Ashiok and Wishclaw? Yeah, but why do you need Ashiok when you can just Wishclaw and end the game, you know? GG's WPs. No, it's... yeah. You have a concussion? If you got it, look, take it from me, the king of concussions. If you got a concussion, you shouldn't be apologizing to me for what transpired. You should be apologizing for playing Magic in the first place. You gotta rest that bad boy. Or else you're going to turn into me. Bounce your head on some furniture. Oh. Storm counts 1. Please fight me. You want to come up and say hi, Mulder? Yeah, well, you've been sitting down here yelling at me. Yeah, you want to say hi to everybody at home? You're 4th? Jesus Christ. Oh, okay, I'll send you the challenge. That's a lot of concussions. Is it 5 o'clock? Yeah, it's 5 o'clock. That's why. Paradoxical outcome. Please fight me. Basic lands in a 5-color deck is something, I suppose. I mean, it's a 5-color deck, but you have 2 colors that kind of anchor the whole deck. And like, there's enough disruption that'll find some basics, or there's enough blood moons running around that, like, I don't hate having access to at least 2. God, am I going to keep this? I'm on the draw. Again, I look at a hand like this and it's just like, what is a better hand? Like this, this says 2-drop into Uro, but we have these cards that are like not great. It's a little slow. I don't have a turn 1 play, although I am setting up my mana. If I draw channel, then like channel into Ori into, I mean, we could channel Blightsteel. Yeah, I'll keep this. If you have a concussion, you should at least just be playing mono red. Feel like the deck can do better things at 6? Likely, but I'm a little worried about, like, I don't know. There's so many draws and so many cards in this deck that I'm very curious about. I think I would like to see more talismans in this deck. Like, Honor Warden Shaku is cute. Coalition Relic is, like, not the worst magic card in the world, but it is a little outmodded. I feel like there are some saga targets in here that I would rather just have killing people, you know? Am I just finding Endothotrium off this? I don't know. We could build this, like, I feel like this deck may just need to be more high rolly. But again, that's just every deck in the format. Is that Canlander's not in a great spot right now. It's just two players trying to high roll each other. And while there's always been subtle shades of that, it's gotten pretty bad. You know? Like, I didn't do anything on turn 1, and I feel like I've made a huge mistake. Oh, did the cats... Oh, am I getting oppoed? Yeah, if I get oppoed, I'm just dead. Yeah, okay. See what I mean? Well, there are certain things about the format that I don't know if you can change with the points list. Like, I do think that the points list is probably in a drastic need of changes. I mean, we have the One Ring. We have a way to find Ancient Tomb or Academy. Do I just keep this because I have Mental Misstep? Mental Misstep and the One Ring, and if we can get this into play, it kind of kills people. Yeah, there are certain things that could be changed that, like, it's wild to think about making some of these changes, but I wouldn't even be shocked if, like, Moxen went to 4, right? So what's my mana progression going to look like? This can find green, this can find white. I'm leading on this. You can only fix fast mana and free spells so hard. Yeah. And like, there's always going to be something fucked up that you can play, you know? No, I think the format's locked in at 10 points and you can't really change it. I don't think that's entirely a bad thing, but it's just like, that's such an integral part of the format right now in both its identity and how information travels that it's just, we're too far gone. Do I need red? I could grab green, red, blue. Ketria Triumph. That card's pretty good with this card. Hey, I need to develop this. Whatever, I pick up the no reserve list bonus point from Auslander? No, because that's just kind of unnecessary, you know? Like, the format can be fun to play, especially in like a very low stakes environment. Like, yeah, it can still, you can enjoy playing something that is not in a good spot. Lord knows I do. Like, although not necessarily this right here, right now. But like, yeah, that's just like a thing that you can do. Do I want to get, white X something. I'm gonna get Ancient Tomb. Ral. I need green. This is white, green, black. Is that better than white, green, blue? We're gonna play another blue land. Yeah, let's get white, green, black. Making decks smaller and allow more copies. Hey, oh, I mean, well. This is kind of funny. I'm going to go to Wargate for Ancient Tomb. Wargate for Wasteland would be kind of hot. I don't know what kind of hand they have. They mulligan, but they kept a slower hand. Like, I think that you could make a series of pretty drastic changes to the format that would make it more interesting, really spice it up. The ones off the top of my head are, would be decreasing the points on Birthing Pod and Spellseeker, increasing the points on Moxen, Ancestral Recall, and then like White Plume Adventurer, the One Ring. Like, you can add some 1 point cards to make 1 point. 1 point doesn't really mean anything anymore, which is kind of unfortunate. You. I feel like they just mulligan to the dirt. Yeah, now it's my turn to be the one punching, hitting the punching bag, you know? Ban equipment. Could there ever be a 10-point card? We've had a 10-point card before. It's a thing that's being discussed. I don't know. I feel like 9 points is more interesting too. 10 points is kind of boring. Like as a single card that's 10 points. One ring doesn't feel like it should be pointed. It's kind of a fucked up magic card. Especially in combo applications. But like, this doesn't all need to happen at once. It can happen like in stages. Like I imagine that there's going to be a stage where like this card ends up getting pointed. This deck has some goofy draws. Oh, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Does this cost 8? It does. It lets me cast Blightsteel, but I go to 9. Is that good enough? I go to 9, then I go to 7, but I have a Blightsteel Colossus in play. They're playing Jund. Academy and the One Ring don't feel like the same points. You can't, I know it's really easy to compare 1-point cards to other 1-point cards, and that's a natural thing to do, but also just like, it's not the most helpful thing to do, you know? Cards are at points totals, not necessarily in comparison to each other, but in comparison to everything else in the format as well, and like what they do as cards and where they line up. Like a 1-point card is it's more useful to compare a 1-point card with the 3-point cards that it goes with than the other 1-point cards, that kind of thing. How much do I think the health of the format is driven by the pointsness versus willingness to switch decks? I mean, there's always going to be deck choice. Like, deck choice is always going to be relevant. Sorry, I shouldn't answer this question while I'm trying to figure out what the fuck I'm going to do for my turn. I could red in 6 to get something back. I could like Ral this. Like going to 7, casting a Blightsteel. Is this going to do a thing? Is this going to do something relevant? Maybe. Let's find it out. It's the fun play to make too. Tap this, untap this. Like, I don't think that it is... I don't think, like, people switch decks all the time, and that isn't really... Sorry, Cyclops, I don't think your question actually... I mean, this is going to sound really rude. I don't think those are two related issues. Right? Like... I think that format health is driven by the points list, and I think that an individual's willingness to switch their decks has no direct impact on the format as a whole, but can have an impact on your local metagame and your individual, like, enclosed perception of the format, you know? Like, which, in a way, is the format if that's all you're consuming. Imagine this, you're in a cave, chained to a wall, and you're unable to turn your neck. It has implications on, the wider format, just given how people share information or who is playing it and what they're doing, right? Like, if I go out and make a tweet that says something about a specific deck being brutal and busted, is it going to cause other people to play that deck in their local format? Yeah, probably. Certainly. Right? It's going to have an impact in some way, shape, or form. What up, Heath? How you doing? My opponent played the One Ring. Jamie? Ooh. I know there's a lot of people that hate on Jamie, but I really like Jamie. Jamie seems like a lot of fun. And has some pretty cool tools. I'm going to tap the One Ring. Oh, they have Bowmaster's mana. I forgot about the treasure. If I Inquisition of Kozilek, they Bowmasters and I get a response. Yeah, I'm dead. Yeah, my issues with the format is that I feel as though it is too snowbally and high rolly. I feel like the format is too much about high rolling your opponent, using fast mana and non-interactive cards. And I feel like the way to answer that gets impacted by a lot of gotcha cards, which you can't really deal with, you know? Like, speaking of gotcha cards, no, GOTCHA. Like, there are just too many non-games that involve, like, Oppo, Hull Breacher, Orcish Bowmasters. I mean, I guess there are too many non-games, is what I'm saying. I'm not just saying that because I got. So I can kill the Bowmasters. Like, I guess I have to try to kill them now. I can kill the Bowmasters. I can turn this into an elk. Kill this. Can play this. Can untap that. I can tap this. I can cast Show and Tell to put Omniscience into play. Do I want to see what's in their hand first? Cast this for free. Hello? Oh, they have the One Ring, right. So then if that's the case, do I want to Uro in, like, before I do all this? I can't actually take control of their turn. Like an Omniscience. Can I just, like, can I, like, get rid of everything in their deck? There's no Teferi 5 in here, which is kind of interesting. I guess I can Annihilator them into the dirt. What's the worst that can happen? I could just have an ETB blow up my Omniscience. Whatever. Fuck it, we ball. Oh, I guess I don't have to tap. Damn, Chromatic Orrery is, like, sketchy as hell. I'm trying to tell you to cancel. I don't want to cast the spell. Why? Can you not move back now? Oh, I have to do that. Holy shit. All right. Show and Tell. Spend it as blue. I'm going to put this card into play. They have a Dothy Voidwalker. That's a bit of a pisser. I'm going to cast this Omniscience. For this Ponder. Oh. Cast with Omniscience. Teferi's pretty good. Brainstorm is pretty good. Brainstorm. What's the Hotta do again? The top 4 cards. Put all legendaries. Brainstorm, Jace. No, it should be Teferi because I'm going to Teferi my own Atraxa. Brainstorm, Teferi, top, Supreme Verdict, Clarion Academy, I guess. Done. I'm going to cast this off Omniscience. I'm going to cast this off Omniscience. I'm going to spin my top. See what I draw with Teferi. Does this deck have Otawara? We have a Manamo, but we already have it in play. No Otawara in this deck seems a little odd, too. I know that we're a 5-color deck, but like if we're on Expedition map, I like having Otawara. We have Caracas. Bro lets me put in Caracas. So I'm going to draw that Expedition map. I'm going to bounce my own Atraxa. Let's cast this Supreme Verdict. I know I'm drawing 2 duds, so I think I want to map first. Play this map. Crack this map. Play this map, crap this map. Find Caracas. You can put it into play off this Uro. Cast this Brainstorm. There's one with the multiverse. Honor-worn Shaku. I'm going to put back Honor-worn Shaku and one with the multiverse. And then I'm going to cast Traxa again. Tameo. Bring Delight. What does Bring Delight let me do? I need to find Emrakul. Bring Delight. Wishclaw lets me find it. So I'm going to grab Wishclaw. Tameo. One with the multiverse. Bring Delight. And I guess Sagoth Triome. Done. I'm going to cast Tameo. I'm going to cast Wishclaw. I'm going to Wishclaw. I'm going to grab Emrakul the Aeon's Torn. I'm going to cast Emrakul. Get an extra turn. I'm going to cast Oko. I'm going to Oko my One Ring. I'm going to cast Uro. Might as well. Put this Caracas into play. And then I'm going to go to my next turn. I guess I could Tameo. Do I want a Tameo? I don't think it matters. I'm just gonna eat their graveyard and keep up Force of Will. Yeah. The Tameo doesn't matter. Land. Mana Vault. Land. And attack. Draw. Yeah. I'm going to attack you with Emrakul. Annihilator 6. I'm going to return it to my hand. I'm going to cast Emrakul. Gotta make a food token. I'm gonna immediately eat this food. Okay. All right, catch you later, James. Have a good one. Thank you for the games. All right, we got there. What is this deck? It's a lot, is what it is. Don't know how I feel about the Soul Guide Lantern. There's an Urza Saga in here, and I don't know if you need anything. Like, I don't know if you need this utility card. What? Okay, so here's my very short evaluation of this deck so far. Is that I feel like there are some number of tech cards, but I don't know what they're teching against or why they're teching against it, unless it feels like I lost to this deck last week because I didn't have access to this. Like, it's like I lost to a graveyard deck last week because I didn't have access to Graveyard Hate. So I want to have something to do with the graveyard deck instead of just taking the avenue of like, oh, I didn't go fast enough against the graveyard deck, or maybe I didn't mulligan well against the graveyard deck, or, you know, trying to find other slots where I think I'm keeping this. Yeah, it feels like this list might be, I really like it. I think there's a lot of potential in it. Obviously, it's strong enough to like put up numbers too, as it is. Like, the core of this deck is strong enough to put up numbers, and that's sick. That said, I feel like it might have hit development hell a little bit, which is like, you know, that happens with every deck. If you take any deck and play it for long enough, week after week, and you make like changes to it, you end up getting like, shit, this happened to me with Paradox, this happened to me with Eggs, happened with Dredge, with Ruin Your Evening. Like, basically any deck that I've like jammed. Oh, they hit my Emrakul, or one of them. Like, yeah, this shit just happens. And it's about correcting it it's about recognizing it when it happens and be like, okay, well, how do I get back on track? You know? Yeah, Tezzeret the Seeker's in here. Come on, play another dork. Ooh, this would be the sickest balance of my life. Please. Okay, well, that's similar enough, sure. My opponent went 1-drop into 3 1-drops. I might be dead. Yeah, this happens for every metagame too. You get people, a great example is the 5-color Thoracle lands list. Anybody remember this? The 5-color Thoracle lands list that is going to show up in the top 8 for 2023. Like, I think Jacob is more or less locked to show, like, will be in the 2023 year-end tournament. Like, that's a list that is just constantly being tuned over and over again, looks wacky, has a bunch of cards that you're like, why are they in here? And a lot of the cards are in there as a direct response to cards that they have played. Yeah, the 5-color Thoracle lands Thought Lash control deck. Mox Emerald. 1, 2, 3. Search for Glory. So, what am I doing? Am I getting the 1 ring here? Am I grabbing Tolarian Academy? I could play Academy, tap for 3. That doesn't do enough. I can Time Warp. I can Academy into Time Warp into, like, draw my show and tell. I can find the 1 ring. I'm not casting the 1 ring. No, I am casting the 1 ring this turn. Maybe it is get the 1 ring. And then just look to cast Time Warp with the 1 ring. It's probably the 1 ring. It's usually the 1 ring. Hey everybody, it's the One Ring. Although I should have led on Wasteland, I think, because this exposes me to double blue into my opponent's Wasteland. The lost equity by running these two non-snow basics. Yeah, you're right. Look, the island I just added to the deck. This one I just clicked on. I'm like, oh, I need an island. The forest. I mean, that was Axelia. How far away is the One Ring from deserving to be pointed? I think this card is going to be pointed within the next year, for sure. Hopefully within the next 6 months. But, yeah. I think the absurdity of this card is also just kind of clouded because there are a lot of other issues with the format that make this almost look tame. Tame until you get it with a Tolarian Academy or a copy artifact involved. But like, it's also just like such a fucked up free roll that turns the tide of the game in a way that is not exactly satisfying to play with or against. Academy breaking the One Ring. I don't know if that's necessarily true. I don't think it's Academy's fault for the One Ring necessarily, but when I say Academy, I mean the archetype as a whole, like the artifact decks. Every time I say Axelia, I hear Exodia. You know, it's kind of funny. This deck does have the vibes of a deck that could play Obliterate. Axelia, Obliterate. What did they find? They Tainted Pact for a Mind Twist? Oh, they Tainted Pact for a Shieldred. Oh. Very cool. Hi, Mulder. Oh, Mulder is going to be big lounging. He's big desk cat right now because I got the heat on. That card's pretty good. Is there a world where I just tap this One Ring anyways? Yeah, sure, why not? Go to hell, Shieldred. Oh, Magic Online is really slowing down. Okay. How badly do I need to high roll? Do I tap the Monamo there to draw Academy? Did we have to draw? We may have needed to draw like an Axelia like set of cards. Balance fixes all of our problems. Oh, Magic Online, no! Please, 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 please. You were so good. All right, great. Meth in June, welcome back for the 53rd month. What up? I'm too old to be subscribed to anything for this long. I mean, my mother is years old and fairly certain she is still subscribed to Martha Stewart's Living. And I've always said that I'm the Martha Stewart of Magic content creation. And that I am going to jail for fraud. Well, can you believe it? I didn't win the game where my opponent had a turn 1 Ragavan. Who could have seen this coming? We, yeah. Yeah, I feel like this deck might want, definitely wants Odawara. I could see this deck playing Path too. I don't know how much you need the hand attack. Null Rod, simple as. And the fact that your name is Molder Slug does not, it's not lost on me. Molder Slug knows a thing or two about stopping artifacts. Lesbian Punk Pyromancer, welcome back for the 24th month. Holy smokes, the 2nd year. Glad to have you. Good to see you. Thank you so much for the support. I think that's, I mean, if there's one more person, oh no, Magic Online is not having a good time. Okay. Yeah, might call this a shorter one. As I did stream, I've already streamed today. This is I mean, Al, if you want to hop on, I'll fight you. Sure, I'll fight one more. Let's get another fight in here. Okay, the pile of cards that I don't really think this deck needs. The one of Time Warp is also kind of funny. I think I like it, but at the same time, you know, it does kind of stick out. And if you're playing a one of Time Walk, I think you should just play, I mean, it could be a case of card availability. Temporal Manipulation or Capture. But that's a small thing. Catch you later, Cyclopes. Thanks for hanging. Have a good one. Well, this hand sure has Omniscience in play. Or in hand. Omniscience and Force of Will, but we don't have tutors. So I'm gonna maul. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna keep this. Hard casting this was like a real thing that we did. Just kind of wild. I'm gonna bottom that and let this rock. Oh, Jesus Louises. M. Malik gifted 5 subs to the community. Out of nowhere. To Prince Rock, Bondolev, Beat Parks, Mediocre, and Marvelith. Holy smokes.
Gives me conniptions.
Thank you for the very generous donation. How you doing? How you been? And thank you, viewer, for being here. I know that I'm counter streaming the first Friday night paper fight after Desert Bus, which is a Doritos bold maneuver for sure. The Honor Worn Shocker. I could Mana Vault into Honor Worn Shocker. Yeah, why not? And then maybe spend a turn after this Mana Vault.
Gives me conniptions.
Doing good and love the content. Well, thank you for the kind words as well. I'm glad. I'm trying not to be a little sour with some of the Highlander stuff. I mean, I think it would be worse for the content. I've never been the person to just like, you know, smile through it sort of thing where it's like, hey, this thing is always good and it's always fun and it can never be bad because I'm involved in it. You know, like it's just like, nah, I think if the format's if I think that the format is not in a great spot, then I'm more than, I would rather mention it than, you know, not talk about it at all. There's a chance that ramping this is going to look better long term. Like it just gets another artifact in play, gets the Honor Worn Shaku in play, which is a little awkward, but we're still just kind of slowly developing our stuff here. But yeah, like, I don't know, if I feel like the format is in a bit of a rough spot, I'm more than happy to comment on it, you know, and that doesn't mean that, you know, a format, I can say that the format's in a rough spot, and I can also say that I'm not enjoying, you know, that I think you can also express that you're not enjoying parts of the format while still enjoying it as a whole, right? Actually, never mind. This format fucking sucks. My Wargate. Or do you take my Darksteel Monolith? Who's to say? Like, there are some new cards that have been printed that also, certainly the cards that have been printed in the past couple of years have really pushed this kind of high rolliness. Although the last year was the most egregious, you know? Oh, and the Wasteland? Holy shit. My lands. My beautiful lands. Who up texting me their worm? What is this? Oh, I don't care about Black Friday. Hello? Oh, Magic Online. No, please. Magic Online, please. Poor man can't grow in a healthy way without calling out the problems. Yeah, like... Also, there's a difference between, like, a format not being healthy, but also being enjoyable to play. Like, there can be formats where they're not, like, it's not particularly healthy, but the gameplay can be fun, you know? Those are two different things. Uh-huh. Yes. All right. We're just taking so much damage to our own mana vault. And we're in a spot where, like, we have the ability to make changes, right? We can, we don't have to just sit here and like deal with it, right? Like, we're not gonna, we're not gonna hit you with no changes. Nope, no changes. Healthy metagame. 70% Rakdos scam. Healthy metagame. What do I want to get here? Zagoth Triumph, Rafine's Tower. I feel like I want a green. I could get Indotha Triumph, actually. Indotha Triumph is pretty good. And if all this is supposed to be a dark red that pings you for the rest of the game, I mean, it could be. Ooh. Getting the I mean getting the Monolith Griefed isn't that bad, but the Wasteland really set me back. We can, well, that's kind of funny. We can untap Honorworn Shaku with Manamo. Like, I might just untap and pay for my mana vault. If they're not doing anything, yeah, fuck it. If you're not doing anything, I'm not doing anything, comrade. But watch this. I'm going to pay for this, and then it's immediately going to get got by like a Skyclave Apparition, or just hit by some random disenchant. Ooh, well, no red. That's okay. Somehow these legacy vintage type formats feel more back and forth to me than current modern, even with the insane card pool. Yeah, it's because there's, like, just haymaker after haymaker. Sometimes that can lead to good gameplay, right? And a good answer, you know, a good threat deserves a good answer, and the format has a bunch of those. Whereas you look at some of these, some of the 60 card formats, and then you really recognize a disparity between the threats and the answers, and the air quotes fair decks, you know, having access to some of these sideboard cards that ends up, you know, like contributing to, like, oh, I'm just going to board into this and then I'm going to kill my opponent. So not having sideboards can make it feel, that is a plus for not having sideboards right now. But that's not all you anti-sideboard people in chat. This isn't Wheeler said it, you heard it. He hates them. This is a this is a hey, in a really unhealthy format, this is a thing, right? But also just the variance is pretty important. Anyways, check this out. It's a good base. Ooh. No, not. But Do so many things. Well, there's an omniscience, so I'm going to cast omniscience. Yo, dog. Oh, right. You let me cast. Wow. Okay. I'm going to cast Tezzeret. I'm going to Tezzeret for the One Ring. Part of what I've always loved about Highlander is it seems like one of the most interactive formats I've observed until recently. Yeah, that's a big thing. Oh, actually, no. It's correct for us to grab Wish Claw. I did the sequencing on this improperly. But we're supposed to Wish Claw and then Wargate for 0. If they have a way to kill my Wish Claw, then we're in a bad spot. Caracas. I'm going to give them the Wish Claw. I'm going to find Emrakul. I was, yeah, pivoted into just always killing you. It seems popular to slap a Neil Spellbomb or a Soul Guide Lantern into your deck as graveyard hate. If a colorless cantripping artifact hating card were to be printed, do you think that would balance the Isildur's Bane problem? Like the One Ring, or is there a card called Isildur's Bane? I'm pretty sure there's a card called Isildur's Bane, right? Yeah, the One Ring is Isildur's Bane. I just mean, look, don't quote the old text to me. I've read too much of it. Ooh, we have Veil of Summer into Balance and Aminatu. Let's go. I read like 1 page of it. No, I read more than that. You kidding me? Read 1 page of it. Fuck off with reading 1 page of it. Oh, no. I read too much of it. Is what I did. the Shaku. I think I'm going to play the Bayou. I mean, there's Pithing Needle, right? Pithing Needle's pretty good against the One Ring. More people should be playing Pithing Needle. That card's pretty strong. Stops your Planeswalkers. Stops that Jite in the matchup. You know? You want to stop yourself from getting wastelanded? I think I value keeping up this Veil of Summer in case they try to blow up my stuff. Arguably, the most successful deck in the format is an incredibly interactive Jeskai green deck. Yeah, that is true. But like, you, especially with a format like this, you can't just look at the top contender, right? Like, the best deck being Ancestral Recall plus every free spell is like good because it at least feels like there are games to be had, even though the games are all very samey, you know? And that's because that's a deck that can high roll you and it can stop you from getting high rolled, right? Like, that part's not necessarily a bad thing. It is a little awkward at times, though. Okay, I think I'm going to balance this stupid steampunk monkey. I do have to discard some cards. But I gotta tell you, if I have to discard Honor Worn Shaku and Wasteland, I'm okay with that. Question is, do I need, this gives me white, that gives me black, and then that gives me blue. I think I'm getting scrub-a-dub land. I could wait on this balance. Do I discard Wasteland or Shaku? I think I'm discarding this Wasteland. Oh, right. I have to do it the other way. Or 5. 5. I don't think the format has 2 ships in the night issue. The deck has a, the ship has, you know those videos of like cruise ships that don't stop fast enough? like that's the issue, is that players are taking turns ramming into each other. Charming Prince, okay. Which is like, I don't know. There are other formats that are like that. There are other games that are like that. And that is like a thing that can be appealing to people. It's not super appealing to me, but I'm also someone who has, it's not appealing to me as somebody that has been with the format since its introduction, you know? Like that part I'm like, I'd rather, like, I know it sounds like, oh, remember when you used to be able to do this in the format? But like, yeah, it was kind of like back then, the best deck in the format was still, the top 2 decks in the format were an Ancestral Recall deck and a Black Lotus deck. And that's the case nowadays. And that's probably what it's going to be like until, you know, the end times. But you could do some goofier stuff below that, or at least when you explored goofier stuff beyond that, at least you got more, there was more game to be played, you know, which is like pretty cool. Like, if you like a thing, you kind of want to play more of it, you know? I miss Thragtusk. Yeah. We used to be, yeah, we used to build steel or something. Damn, that Wasteland really set us back. Or no, that was the other game. What set me back this game? Did I just like fetch like a chimp? I guess, oh no, I want to, this is, I've only had 3 turns. Why does it feel like I've had 50 turns? Why does it feel like this game's been going on forever? Sometimes I miss Werebear. Yeah, I miss Werebear too. Oh no. Well, I'm going to cycle this Veil of Summer. Damn, they get to rebuy their mocks? Yeah, I played the dual land to keep up Veil of Summer so I could protect my hand. Protect this balance. And then it just was like, do I really want to let this Ragavan hit me again? Not having spot removal and having a hand that looks like this. You ever just look at your hand and you're like, uh-huh. Oh, hell yeah. Now, that said, we are 1 Eureka away from, ooh. And I get my Teferi back? Ooh. Do I want to reset this? Just to draw a card? Try and hit a land? This is your Mox Pearl. So I'm on Emerald. Ah. Ha ha. All right, now all we need to do is draw Eureka and we win. Is blue black that in that bad of a spot? I mean, tempo certainly. Yeah, tempo is like dead. I mean, their traditional tempo is like dead. You can build a tempo list that is going to be different from like a mid-range list or a control shell, but it's kind of lost its meaning. Like there are a lot of Jeskai lists that are described as tempo, and they certainly play a bit like they play differently. But from the mid-range lists or the low curve control, you know. Oh God. Stop. Please stop. What about like the delve? What about the list with like a bunch of gotcha cards? Oh. Okay. We might actually be close to this Emrakul, right? Like, why'd you let the monkey hit me? I didn't. I literally balanced the monkey. I mean, there's nothing balanced about this monkey, if you know what I'm saying. How much does this cost? 8? Ugh. All right, time warp. All right, here we go. Here we go. There's a chance that I should have actually just passed and then time warped on their turn. That might have been better. Oh. Wait, can I? No, I can't do it. But like, we might just die if we do that. That's the reason why I didn't. Like, if we just pass and then time warp on their turn, and we're taking like minimum 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get this stupid monkey out of here. Okay, we have enough planeswalkers on the board that our opponent is likely going to have to pressure them, which can let us Emrakul. They reanimate monkey. I'm okay with that. I am. Oh, fuck. No. Please. No. No. Initiative creature? Oh, that's bad for me. They can kill this, or kill this, put one on here, that attacks there, this attacks me, they get back Ragavan. Arakazi, I have blue-black on my list of things to play as well, you know? Ooh. Sorry, Mulder. It's a thing I'd like to play. Uh-huh. A commander suggestion for Golgari? Grismold? What? Oh yeah, you like the desk cat? Food. Oh yeah, food. I can order. We can order Thai. We didn't order. We haven't ordered this week. Did we order? Are there beans? I can make a salad. This is my last match.
Honestly, I don't want just.
You don't want baked beans in a salad?
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Wow. My husband doesn't want baked beans in a salad. But there's a naan for you. Some people. Yeah, it's beans on toast and a salad. Not today. Yeah. Holy shit. I mean, I think so. We can go Academy Emerald Saga and then Wargate. 1, 2, 3. I play out these 3. This taps for. I can't Wargate for anything too. All my leftover Thanksgiving food. They have no, we had Thanksgiving last month. Canadian Thanksgiving is I think I'm going to play Saga. Yeah, Canadian Thanksgiving's in October. I think I'm just doing this. I gotta tell you, I saw there was like a tier list for like American Thanksgiving side dishes rolling around, and I was looking at some of them, and they're kind of baffling. Like, I'm aware that some of these exist already. Like, I know about the like marshmallow on, yeah, mac and cheese was wild. Like, mac and cheese, that's a meal, not a side dish, right? That's a whole ass meal. But the idea of mac and cheese at Thanksgiving is so. I know it's common for Americans, but that is not a thing that I've ever heard of in Canada. Like, it's just not a, you know. Lot of green bean casserole. So here's the Canadian Thanksgiving. This is like your stereotypical Canadian Thanksgiving. Oh, that's pretty good. Canadian Thanksgiving sides: Brussels sprouts, stuffing, bread, green beans, some kind of like sweet. There will be like a sweet potato, usually like a sweet potato mash with like pecans in it. Baked or not baked potato, excuse me, mashed potato or like scallop potato. And then like occasionally some kind of squash. But it's usually vegetables, right? It's all veggies. All the sides are veggies. I mean, I guess potatoes, vegetable, but you know. Yes to all those. Then what's with the then what's with the like sorry, 1 second. I gotta think about what I want to do. I'm gonna untap. I'm gonna tap this for 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna use 2 of that to, yeah, I think I get this Tezzeret. Or do I just try to kill off the back of that? I think I get the Tezzeret. I need one in front of me because I saw like even though I was aware about the like marshmallow. Why do you need marshmallows on sweet potatoes? They got sweet in the name. Mox opal, I guess. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, do I need mana vault? I mean, I have to crack the LED or the lotus petal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The mana vault. This is why it pisses me off when I see Americans talking shit about British food. I mean, Americans have a lot of good food. Britain has a lot of good food too. It's just, I would say some shit that'll get me really in trouble. But yeah, it's do it be spicy? Well, it's just like there's a lot of good food that can be attached to the British culinary identity. So like people talk shit about American food and by the way, Canadian food. We're guilty of what I'm about to say as well. And also, what the fuck does that even mean? There are, oh my goodness. But like there's just like American food in general is also just really terrible. But you get these glimpses of the cuisine being incredible, primarily from cultures that America kind of slave traded its way into. You know? It's just like, there are these, I've seen this happen before where you like Americans and Brits get into this like argument about their food. And it's always just like Americans will bring up, you know, a lot of cuisines that are primarily from like primarily brought over from slaves, or that were cuisines that have been brought up through the black community, right? Oh, and they have the swords. No. And that is brought up while, yeah, developed by poor black people in the South, exactly. Or brought up by, from other cultures that they have colonized their way into and genocided their way into. And then when Britain tries to mention their cuisines that they colonized themselves into, like a lot of like stuff from India and Pakistan and the like North African foods and whatnot, then Americans like, no, that doesn't count. Nope, it's bangers and mash for you. It's like, no, it's the same shit. I think I'm going to lose this game, by the way. Yeah, we got hand attacked into 2-for-1 into the swords. I tried to go for a kill instead of going for the one ring. There's a chance I should have just gone for the one ring. I didn't expect to have everything destroyed. Because now they can... FTK. Because we're just floating trash. Right? Throw that. Play that. Yeah, it's just very weird. Eureka. Yeah, Canada has only Nanaimo bars and beaver tails. I don't know. Do I want to concede? I won't concede for the sake of television. Like, we could draw this Eureka into something else, but I feel pretty dead. You know? Like, we had a pretty good start. I mean, I could have, if I get the One Ring, I guess I get up a card and then they can Skyclave it. But yeah, I feel like we haven't really drawn anything beyond our opening hand. And, I mean, we had the Tezzeret, which was kind of nice. I set up for the kill with the Tezzeret, and it got answered. And now I am losing this game. Like, I'm going to draw... They have an FTK in hand. I guess we can maybe get there with Eureka, but it... Like, a lot needs to go right. We need to have, like, Emrakul and them not have anything. Why is crop rotation in here? Most played deck on the Discord? Hold on. What do you mean by most played deck? As in, like, somebody has played this each week, every week? Or that, like, at least last week there were like 3 people playing this? What do we crop rotate for? I mean, crop rotate for Academy, crop rotate for Monamo. Crop rotation would put would let me whatchamacallit, would let me find a cycle, but I think I'm dead. I think I'm done with it. Yeah, I'm off it. I don't know how much Canlander I'm going to be streaming, which is unfortunate. Like, I tried to do the high rolling there, but then we just kind of gassed out. I should have maybe got the One Ring. I think I should have gotten the One Ring. But I tried to operate on like my car instructs would get there, but then they just both got answered. Like, everything I played got answered, and I wasn't able to find anything to follow up after the Tezzeret. I don't know. Is it greedy to go for the kill where, like, you... I don't think it's that greedy to go for the Tezzeret kill there when it's like, okay, you have to answer my Tezzeret and my car instructs. You know? Yeah, it's just a bunch of lands. I know we just got back, but it's tough. Because people like watching this. But I kind of want to play Magic the Gathering. You know, maybe, I mean, I won't immediately jump into non-Canlander stuff. But I could play, I don't know. I don't want to really stream Jeskai and stuff. I could just play Jeskai. What about Gladiator? Well, that's what I mean. That's what I would be playing. If I'm not playing Canlander, it could be Gladiator. But yeah, you can't even play Gladiator because it's a direct challenge. 2014 Canlander. God, I wish. Canlander, but no supplemental sets. It's only mainline releases. Which might actually be not bad. I know there was the Legacy that was trying to play that, but you get so many sideboard cards from that Legacy format. Mardu Welder. I'm kind of off playing a Welder deck right now. Yeah, I think, I don't know. I could play Jeskai. I've played so much fucking Jeskai in my life, though. My issue with this is that I was excited about streaming more Canlander because then I could finally get to play a bunch of these, like, like tier 2 and like niche decks, and none of them have done anything when compared to like the new cards. You know, like none of them, I don't know. It's getting harder and harder to meme. That just sounded like a Maroon 5 lyric. It's getting harder to just like try and brew some stuff instead of just having like, you know, hey, I check out this cool deck I'm playing that is unique and new, and please ignore that I'm going to kill you with the One Ring or 4th Aerolingus or, you know, whatever. Yeah. It's tough. It's a tough thing to come to terms with, but what are you going to do? I'm going to call it there because we had a big day of streaming. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Reminder, hold on. I might not be able to get to my keyboard because of my cat. CardKingdom.com, sponsor the channel. Use that link to pick up your cards. They got a Black Friday sale that you can get a bunch of extra credit on top of that. Also, Mana Traders, sponsor the channel. If you want to try this, if you really want to jump in, you can use the updated code. It's BenWheeler_WTL for 10% off your subscription for the first couple of months. Use my referral link. It helps me out quite a bit. Let's drop you kids off somewhere. Yeah, I feel like the format too is just like in a spot where you kind of just play the cards as you draw them. I don't know how I feel about that. They're almost done. Right. Why isn't that working? Is the raid working? I'm just going to hit end stream. The raid's not working. So you'll just have to stare at the black screen after I hit this button, okay? Everybody's got to promise me that they just stare at the black screen, the blank screen, for at least 25 minutes. Okay. I'm streaming again tomorrow. I don't know what I'm streaming, but I'm streaming something. Okay, bye. Have a good one.